What's up, y'all? Today is October 30th, and it is Tisha Tuesday, so y'all already know what time it is. This is for my ladies. Y'all, I have my first guest, and I am so excited to introduce Jasmine, a.k.a. at Jimmy.
At Jimmy. Three Y's.
3 Y's and 2 M's.
2 M's. JYMMYYY.
That's her Instagram name, y'all, so make sure y'all follow her right now, okay? A.k.a. Miss VirginGrooves. My baby, Jasmine.
I miss you. How have you been?
I've been great.
Working.
I miss you. Working. I'm working. You already know I got the traffic light. So, y'all, Jasmine, she came to my first City Hall meeting. That was your first City Hall meeting as well, right?
That was my first City Hall meeting.
Yes.
We have to start going to City Hall meetings.
Exactly. We have to start going to City Hall meetings, y'all. So even us going to that being our first City Hall meeting, and I was there for the traffic light, we get to see and hear the things that they're developing in Norfolk, what they're getting rid of, what they're bringing in. And I think that is really, really important for residents of Norfolk to go to City Hall meetings so you can have a voice and you can say when something is getting shut down or torn down or closed. Like we experienced the Hershey Bar, which is a lesbian bar, which I have been to because I have some friends who are lesbian. They took me to Hershey Bar. We went for karaoke. So I knew what it was.
Is it only a lesbian bar? Well, clearly it's a gay bar.
It's a gay bar, but
Right.
I guess, they more so want to make sure that lesbians, because
I didn't know that.
because women are lesbians, men are gay, but I guess we have always put it in a category as gay.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think yeah. So I guess technically, so LGBTQ or whatever, which you have also done the event, and I talked about with Life Center.
Yes,
one time
the Life Center is fantastic. I did an event last February, to raise awareness for HIV awareness, and they do free testing Monday through Friday. They have their clinic on 25th Street in Norfolk. They're actually reconstructing their Monticello location, but it's a fantastic clinic. It's the best clinic I've ever been to. It's the cleanest. It's the best.
I've been to the Life Center before because I had to get tested before. I just want to make sure that a girl was clean. I need to know my status as a single person.
And
I
it's
always
rapid
want
results.
to make and everything is rapid, so you get it right there within minutes. Okay, just like that. All right. So make sure y'all check out Life Center. But I brought Jasmine on Tisha Tuesday to talk about her Halloween event that's going on tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Halloween, y'all. Do you have your costume?
Okay, so I have an old costume, and then I have a costume that I wore this weekend,
Okay.
and then I don't. So last year, when I went to your first one, I had a breakout that day. Like my face broke out so
I couldn't imagine that.
bad. I never had skin issues ever. I've never really had skin issues. I probably right now, but I usually get bumps like when I'm about to come on my period or something like that. But when I tell you I had a full-blown breakout on both sides and I didn't know what was going on, I was like, I cannot put no makeup on this and I don't want nobody seeing me.
Okay,
I was being
glad
so
you can make it this year.
But I'm definitely coming this year. I took off and I am so excited. So, what is it? The Night of the Living and Dead. What's the theme?
Night of the Live and Dead.
Night of the Live and Dead, okay? So, where is it going to be? Just tell us about, Halloween tomorrow for you.
Beautiful venue, O'Conner Brewery in Norfolk area, kind of by Park Place. The event starts at 10 p.m. Doors
My
open.
people know what Park Place is.
Park Place?
They know what Park Place is.
24th Street, I believe. O'Conner Brewery, you look it up on Google, you'll find it. Costumes are mandatory. Get into it. Even if you purchase a mask and wear it there, just wear something. It's a $150 prize for the best costume. Okay, come get some money.
$150, y'all. Come.
And it don't gotta cost money.
That's one thing. Like when costume parties or all blacks or any type of event where it's themed. Like for instance, on Tuesday at 757 Dance Studio, it's a costume party. Why wouldn't you want to come in a costume? That's what I don't understand.
Sometimes you have to make rules. Like with my events, some things have been unorthodox or on a weird day, and a lot of times people confront me like, it's on a Wednesday, it's on a Sunday.
It's on a Wednesday, it's on a Sunday. If you can be there, and if you can't, that's cool.
Yeah.
But Halloween is on a Wednesday. So come.
What else are we going to be doing?
Exactly.
So, it's going to be a fantastic party, great DJs. Great sounds, great visuals, beautiful girls, great guys. It's going to be a great party. Last year was fantastic. I'm expecting way more people. And then we also have great food vendors.
Who are some of the food vendors that you have?
Some of the food vendors I have Handsome Biscuit, who's doing a pop-up.
I love the Ella Fitzgerald from the Handsome Biscuit.
Love those guys. And they actually just came out with a chicken box called Rich's Kit. Ooh. And they're doing a spicy chicken box pop-up, especially for the event. Only 50 boxes, very limited. So if you would like to try this box, which you do want to try this. Get your food in before you start drinking.
So Jimmy, she got exclusive stuff for y'all. So that's
just it. I have so much exclusive stuff in this event. That's more
than I know you do, and I love it. I like the fact that you go out and network and you build that rapport and you build those relationships with people and get those sponsorships and all that stuff. Like the Handsome Biscuit, come on now, they're catering and you have a food truck, right?
Yes.
And she has a food truck.
Kali Cantina is pulling up.
Okay.
So we will have tacos as well. And there's a couple other food vendors, but we're going to keep those secret for now.
Okay. And that's
But there's going to be food and there's going to be drinks.
Alrighty. So make sure y'all get not only your donation money, but your food and your drink money, okay? Mm-hmm. Is the food provided, or they have to purchase from like the boxes?
Yeah, you would be purchasing.
Okay,
food.
yeah.
But there's gonna be a ton of favors and a lot of other cool shit you're gonna be able to bring home. I always have that for my people.
Great. So you said that Halloween was your favorite holiday.
Yeah.
So go into that, like being a kid, growing up, Halloween, because you was just explaining that sometimes it falls on a weekday or an odd day. So
right. So Halloween usually falls during the week, and as I was growing up, if it did, which it usually did, there'd be no parties going on. And I feel like a lot of times people talk down on my city, Norfolk, Virginia, because there's nothing going on, But in bigger cities that you go to, like DC or New York, there's always something going on every single day of the week. So when people challenge me about it being on a Wednesday, I'm like, you're just going to be up until 2 a.m.
Anyway.
Flicking your clit, beating your dick, doing something.
Exactly.
Anyway. So
scrolling through the gram, sending DMs and all that stuff.
So come out, get the experience, be around some good people. That's another thing I feel about my event. It brings all types of people.
It does.
It's the vibe.
Yes. I went to your a couple of your events. Your first event that you had at Toast. Yes.
Summer party.
Yes, her summer day party. And when I tell you, it was probably one of the best events that I had been to in a very long time. It reminded me of, because it reminded me so much of when I used to go to Sassy's. Do you remember Sassy's?
That sounds familiar to me.
So Sassy's was off of like 22nd Street in Ghent, not Ghent, downtown, 21st Street, 21st Street, all that stuff. And I loved going to Sassy's. It had like the burlesque shows. It had great food, great desserts, amazing drinks. They had like
an experience.
It was an experience every single time I went. And then I guess Stephanie sold to one of these local, I know who, but I'm not going to say, but she sold to one of the local like promoters out here and it's closed.
Okay.
It's closed.
It happens.
It happens, but I could definitely tell when it was sold, to different owners.
Stephanie also owns John A's.
Yeah.
She does. Yeah. And then my guy Zeke is actually going to be doing an event there tomorrow night.
Okay.
From 6 to 10.
All right. So
that can be your happy hour before you move on to the Halloween party.
You see how she plugged that in, y'all. See, that's how you show love, because people wouldn't even have mentioned that. That's why I love my babe.
Want people to have fun.
That's why I love my babe.
I just want people to have a good experience.
Exactly. So she's giving y'all something to do. So at John A's, make sure y'all hit up the happy hour. After that, touch up your makeup, touch up your costumes, go get dressed, and then meet us at O'Conner Brewing Company, because that's
Skywalking is having a pop-up. There's going to be a DJ, there's drink specials, wing specials from 6 to 10, and then you mosey on down the street to O'Conner and finish up the night.
That's right. I think that's amazing, and I love what you're doing. So you said that. So with all of your events, you always do donations, or is your events aren't just an event? is not just an experience, it's always for a cause.
It is.
So explain the different, because, you know, your activism and your support, explain the different organizations and the different things that you have supported. So we heard about Life Center. What else?
LGBT Life Center. So our event tomorrow, we're going to be raising money for local animal shelters, just bringing awareness to the many shelters that are in the area. When I first started throwing my events, there was a local boy who had an optic nerve disorder, and I didn't meet the boy. I didn't know the family even. I just had a mutual friend through the family. And as I was planning my event, I heard about him and the family's GoFundMe and all the other different things that they were struggling with. And I was like, we could probably figure something out to raise some money and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And from that moment, that was the first time that I did a fundraiser for my events. And from that moment, I realized that people get such an amazing feeling from giving. Yeah. But people don't just give. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, they don't. It's not in them to give. Sometimes people don't even give to the bum on the street. And you can have your reasons. You can have whatever. Or you don't even give your tithes at church. Or those are the only other times that you do give. But it's really important that we give to one another and we help one another. So with my events, I just always try to put people in the position to give and receive that feeling. So at that event, Christian, the boy that we were benefiting, was there. The family was there. We had DJs there, food there. It was just such an incredible vibe. And after each one of my events, people do say that, like, I enjoy coming to your event so much because I know it's going to a cause. It's helping somebody, and it's so easy to do. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't my plan to start doing charity, but once I did do it, I was like, I can't not do it.
Do it.
It's too easy.
It's too easy. And that's just like, I know when I had first went to the event, I thought it was incredible. Like, it was incredible. And then you did a second one for him again, right? Your second event? I did one for Christian.
Mm-hmm. I did one for Christian, and then the next follow-up event was Halloween last year.
Okay.
Halloween last year was for the island of Dominica and Puerto Rico.
Yes. Now, I don't think I made it to that one because it was Halloween. I had the breakout.
Yes.
Yeah, but I definitely made sure that I still donated. I still made sure that I was, I had Cash Apped you. And it's nothing, like you said, people don't give. People
any dollar denomination. And honestly, with me, I want people to feel like they're getting something back. Mm-hmm. So with my events, I don't want you to just be paying a door entry fee and then you're paying for all your drinks. For one, flat out, you're going to get an experience and you're going to be around people that you've never experienced anything like that. It's such a positive energy.
Exactly.
But other than that, there's going to be things for you to bring home. Mm-hmm. When you're giving your donation, you're going to get something back.
Yes.
You're going to get a favor of some sort. You're going to bring something home. It's more personal. Because I understand people, I don't want to just take money from people. Mm-hmm. It feels weird to me.
Right.
But, I want it to be an exchange.
Yeah. And I like that because I definitely still have my little VirginGrooves cup and
There's
my
more.
sticker.
There's more
and my sticker.
Stickers.
I love it. I love everything that you're doing, like everything that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So you had said earlier that you are a type A Virgo. Shout out to my Virgos. Explain type A Virgo because we want to know. Because I don't know if I'm a type A, type B, type C Cancer.
Just
Cancer.
Are you a Cancer? Man. I don't know too much about cancers. I mean, other than
so you know what all there is to know.
Very emotional. I know they say that about cancers, but being a type A Virgo just means that I never want to be wrong. It's not like I won't admit to being wrong, but I am so thoughtful in every decision that I make that if by chance, it's not the right decision, I have an explanation for it. I have an explanation as to why I did exactly what I did. I don't just willy-nilly do whatever. There's a reason for the season. There's a reason for every single thing that I do. So it's just about having your shit together, basically. Being organized. Beyonce. Basically.
And we already heard my podcast be like Beyonce. Shit, we need to be like Jasmine too. Type A Virgos, okay?
Thank
Shout
you,
them
baby.
out. Yes, so you have your costume ready for tomorrow?
Almost.
Can you say what you're gonna be, or is it secret?
No, I can't say what I'm gonna be.
That's cool.
I ain't gonna say what I'm
That's
gonna
right,
be.
because somebody be like, oh, shit.
I've been seeing it a lot on Instagram this year, which is very weird. It's not a new concept. It's an older concept, but I've been seeing a couple girls do it. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about, now that I got my new cut, going like Grace Jones. I seen this old video of her.
Oh, yeah, you have the side
Yeah,
shave.
I had the side shaved, and then I could, have a little box do. And she had this picture. She was like on her knees with some little slingbacks, with some witchy poos. Anybody that don't know what a witchy poo is, it's one of them kitten heels.
Okay,
with like the heel that's about like.
Those are back in though.
I know.
Those are back in.
So and you want to know what? I had some witchy poos before, and I had got them from the thrift store. And I had wore them to like a costume party. Well, it wasn't even a costume party. It was like an old thing that my church had.
Oh, okay.
So I had, girl, when I tell you, I thought I was looking like a bomb. I was looking like a bomb. It was years ago. I had this little birdcage, little veil.
Got you.
And
I'm feeling the vibe.
Girl, I mean, it came all the way up here to the neck. It was long sleeve. It had ruffles on it. It was just so fly.
Trends just go on and on and on. It was just so
and I still have the dress.
Nobody can ever tell me not to put a item on at this point, because it rolls right back around. And it's about the person who wears it and your confidence and all those things.
Let me see. I'm about to pour me another See, look, I'm psyched. I got a gas. I'm drinking and everything. Well, sometimes I drank before my podcast, but now I'm drinking. I love it.
Cut the edge off.
Yeah, it does.
I just got off work, so I had to cut my edge off.
Yeah. I'm so happy that you came today. So make sure tomorrow, y'all, O'Conner Brewing Company.
There's no other option. You have nothing else to do.
Nothing.
It's solid ass plans. You are going to have a fucking blast.
And speaking of which, it's my nephew cousin birthday. He's a Halloween baby.
I love when people say it's their birthday for my event.
And let me tell you.
It's literally your birthday party.
It is your birthday.
It is literally your birthday party.
Let me tell you something. I told, okay, he'll be 13. He'll be 13 tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And when he was first getting born, my grandmother, she was all religion because it's my aunt's, her firstborn. And, everybody in the hospital was like, oh, it's going to be a Halloween baby. No, it's going to be a Jesus baby. Like, all right, Grandma, okay. Okay, it's going to be a Jesus baby, Halloween. But anyway, and shout out to Chris. That's one of my close friends. He's in prison right now anyway. Happy birthday. Shout out to Chris because he's a Halloween baby too. And I have to go and visit him. I am such a terrible friend, but hey.
That's how it goes with the visitation.
Yeah, and he was far, but he's a little bit closer. So now I can go and visit him, and I know he want me to see him. So, and his birthday is on Halloween too. So I'm going to make a weekend to go and see him for his birthday. To do it. I have to do it because I didn't, publicize it and everything. But I do want to go and see him. But anyway, I might, just JPay him,
Yeah. Write him a letter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I be wanting to write him letters, but he was just like, no, we do JPay now and all that stuff like that.
What is that?
JPay is pretty much an app for inmates where you can send money, you can send pictures, you can send emails and all that stuff. How I feel in a couple of years, because what they do now, when you send letters and all that stuff to the jails, they photocopy it and then give it to them. So they don't even get the real card that you then brought your money for. Aww. They photocopy everything because what they were doing was those thick envelopes where you could lift them up, put in all type of different, substances in there, and they were getting it in the jail. So now they photocopy everything. What I feel like, what my projection is in a couple of years, how they're going to start it, like the art of writing probably is going to be no more. It's like going to be depleted. Like,
do you really think that for jails? Because not all jails have the JPay.
Well, they're really, really pushing it that they all get it, like that they all get it and everything or whatever. But even like photocopying at some point is going to even be hard to send a letter. Yeah. Like to even get a letter through there. Like, no, download JPay. Because, now it's certain stuff that we can't get around anymore. We can't get around it. We have to download it. We have to have it. There's no getting around it. So I think maybe, I don't know how long, but I'm just projecting that they probably would start with the jails. Like just the art of writing, just letter writing is completely just lost. When the last time you wrote a letter to somebody?
I finally wrote a letter to a family member who's in jail.
Okay.
Finally. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I sent photos and of course heard back immediately that she loved them. It's just it's tough. We don't make enough time for the people who need us,
We don't. And I had came across a video clip on YouTube, and it was Papoose, and he was talking about when he was basically, guys be like, oh, they want real bitches and down bitches and all of that stuff or whatever. And he was like, when he used to go and visit Remy in prison on the visitation floor, nobody was there.
Yeah, no, that happens to
Nobody.
Almost all people.
But then he said, but he'd go to Rikers, and it's filled with women. I know somebody who was in federal penitentiary for 8 years, and his baby mama seen him every week. Every week.
Yeah, but that's a woman.
That's a woman. But we can't, but guys want these down-ass women to make sure they ride or die and all that stuff or whatever. But when it's time to ride or die for us, where you at?
Wow. I was having that thought the other morning, just like certain guys that I have been into. I go all out. I do the most because I'm a Virgo. I do the most. It's the kind of lover that I am. I'm always going to be thinking of you and things I can do for you. But honestly, I have to stop.
You think that's a Virgo thing or a woman thing?
Oh, it's a woman thing.
Okay, because I mean,
but
like,
we're
I
all
do that
extra.
too, and I'm a
but we're all
everybody
extra
in their own. That's true.
Extra,
that is so true.
Such a lover.
Yeah.
And I need to start thinking of things like, if I was down and out, who is there for me? Who do I know that I can call as a man? And I really don't think that I have that in my life. Yeah. I don't.
I know somebody, I was having a conversation with a guy, a guy that I was, into and all that stuff or whatever. But sometimes they can't see past, like, all of that. And I was just like, yeah, I'm into you. Like, I'm feeling you. Like, he was just like, yeah, but you probably got all these niggas and all this stuff. Like, no. He was like, so you can't call nobody right now and ask them for $500.
Why are they so hurt?
No, girl, who? No.
But are they really hurt?
Are they really hurt? That's the question.
I don't want to keep giving them the benefit of the doubt.
And I'm not about to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not about to do it.
Are you? You might, because you're a lover like me.
Yeah. I've been trying not to lately. Yeah, I've been trying not to because, again, like you were saying, there has been times for an example, me and one of my, I don't know, ex-best friend, who knows, we be had in and outs or whatever, who knows, maybe next year we'll be back kicking it. I don't know, but I still love you if you listening, because you're my baby. But anyway, I had to tell, I was like, you're giving all these dudes so much clout, but when things happen to you.
Oh, this is a female.
This is a female.
Okay, great.
This is a female.
I'm on track.
So yeah, when things happen to you, you can't get nothing back from them. They can't do nothing for you. Ooh. You're putting out, you're giving yourself, you're giving everything. You trying to heal, you trying to heal these guys, but where's your healing?
Do you know how you can fix that and make sure you don't get in that situation again?
Jasmine, tell me how we can fix that so we don't get it, because it's somebody out here that's listening.
This is going to be my rule of thumb that I had decided.
Okay.
I'm not going to get involved with men. It would be best to not get involved with a man on any level, but I'll say an emotional level, serious level. It's best for me not to get involved with a man who does not have more than me. And that is not, selfish isn't the word that I'm thinking of. Stingy is not the word that I'm thinking of. What's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't know what word you're thinking of, but I think I know what word you're thinking of because I was in the shower thinking of every same thing.
But the reason why I'm not going to get involved with a man who doesn't have more than me is because I have been involved with those men, whether it be your own apartment or your own car or your work ethic. And I'm 25 years old, so if I'm meeting you and you don't want that for yourself, I myself am going to continue progressing.
Exactly.
So then I end up in this situation where I'm being the shit and you're being stagnant. And then I'm overcompensating.
It doesn't add up.
And I can't. So if you don't have that mindset as soon as I meet you, we don't need to be talking. We don't need to be getting involved with each other. So don't deal with no men unless they have more than you. I need you to have more than me.
I perfectly agree. And I was in a shower, and it was just maybe like a couple of days ago, and I was just like, you know what? We get this rap like, oh, you want this guy, like your standards are too high. You want this guy to have this and all that stuff, but what you bring to the table, nigga, I am woman. Hear me motherfucking roar, because I can patch that table up.
Yeah.
I can put the table back together.
Yeah.
I could go and
Men
bring.
need guidance.
They do. They really
They
do.
need guidance.
And some people think, like, for instance, so again, like, let me go back. In a shower. And I was just like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with setting your standards high. Ladies, when you know what you want and you know what you want to do and you know what you want to be, sometimes you need a man that's already in position to, because
you will take care of them. Exactly. We already want to take care of you. We already want to take care of you. We always going to make reasons to take care of you.
Exactly. Any damn reason. You ate today?
Yeah.
Did you eat?
Yeah.
What you want to eat today? Oh, I heard your stomach rumbling. You hungry?
And let you be a little insecure about your position in his life. You can be fighting.
Exactly.
Fighting for and none of that matters.
None of it matters. None of it matters. So I'm not sure if you had seen my Insta story, but this guy who I was talking to or whatever, he hurt my feelings.
Oh, I think I seen it.
He hurt my
feelings was hurt that night too.
He hurt my feelings. Like, my whole thing was, let me tell you, because what happened, it was a Tisha Tuesday. I had literally, like, poured my heart out, like, nigga.
What's good?
Nigga, yeah.
What are we doing?
And nothing.
Oh, yeah, me, normally.
Nothing.
That's what happens.
Nothing, like, absolutely nothing. And then it was the same day that me and her got into it. She said that my energy was off, my vibe was off or whatever, but it was just like, anyway. Then I had got into a fight with my brother, ex-girlfriend in the laundromat. Like, I was just going through it that day.
Oh.
Going through it. 37 days later.
Girl, let me tell you, I had 62 this summer, 62 days later.
37 days later.
That could be worse.
I'm like, I'm thinking of you, just checking, hope everything is okay. That's why I was like, I'm glad you was thinking of me. So I get the opportunity again to say, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You not about to hurt my feelings. I will not allow you to even come back in because you hurt me. My feelings was hurt. Every time I tell you, like, I text you and you got the opportunity to call me, you see me pouring my guts out.
Is it because they know how much you care? Is it because
Sometimes I really think that it's fear, and they might not. Sometimes I be like, they ain't never had a real bitch, but they probably have. They probably had somebody else doing the same exact thing. Yeah. And I think this is just something, like some type of high or something that they get, like, ooh, yeah. And then he thinking, I'm going to just give her some time to get over it and I'm going to come back.
Yes, they do believe in that, letting you steam off, which is the wrong idea.
The wrong goddamn thing.
All a woman wants to do is talk about it. But also what it is they don't care.
They don't care.
It's just a number.
I just chopped
You're
it
just
up.
a number until he proves you're not a number by hitting you up.
Exactly.
Though that was late as fuck. He did hit you up.
62 days.
He was busy with something else. Something else caught his eye and he was doing that for that. Them 30 days.
Yeah.
Me 60 days. And then he hit you back when he wasn't busy anymore.
Exactly.
There's a reason for it.
It's always a reason.
Yeah, but women think into things a lot more than we try to make a reason for things. And what I've learned is there is no reason.
There is no reason. And there's no reason, ladies. When the guy isn't hitting you up, he's not responding and all that stuff, there's no reason for him to ghost you. It ain't. He could just be like, you know what? I'm really not feeling this right now.
Yeah.
You're not the one. I'd rather you be real with me. Tell me, like, listen, what the idea that you have, it's not me. Like, that's just not me. I'm not even. And I'm going to tell you, I dated a guy who told me that before. He was just like, I can't love you the way you want me to love you because I'm in love with somebody else.
Ooh.
That was the realest thing I ever heard. But let me tell you, immediately, when he told me that, it was just like this. And I was just like, okay, so with the other girl, have you tried talking to her? What have you done? I went into friend woman, like, let's try to save this. Like, what have you done? Have you tried this?
That sounds
have you
like
tried
something
that?
I would do.
Like, you know, have you called her?
Because he respected you.
Exactly. But then in the same breath, you was like, oh, but, you know, I just kind of feel like that's a bridge burnt. Like, you, what the fuck?
But at the same time, there's this idea that men think that they don't owe you an explanation. They don't owe you peace of mind because they are single.
If we had sex and you been in this vagina,
right,
you owe me everything. An explanation why you not talking to me.
It's real.
You owe me an explanation why you not talking to me. But
it's too many women that they have not explained anything to, and they've gotten by.
And they have gotten by.
But at the same time, we can't even give those guys the time of day anymore. It's like you have to prove to them that you don't give a fuck.
You do exactly. And somebody had you know, inboxed me or whatever, and I didn't even think that even something like that. She was just like, you really have me crying right now because I'm heartbroken. She said, I am heartbroken right now. And she was like, just seeing that gave me the motivation to just be like, fuck you and move on. And I'm like, that's just all I want to do.
Yeah,
like,
no, same.
Yeah.
And it's just real. And at this point, just the age I am now and just with my spirituality, I realized that the moment that I start worshiping a man, which I will do, if I like you, I love you. I want to do everything for you. I want to do it. And that is literally me worshiping you. And if he's not the right man for me, God will start fucking my shit up.
Every time.
He will start fucking my shit up. And because I'm a smart woman and I am aware of things, and I more so than anything want to be happy. When I am unhappy, I look at what am I doing? What's going on in my life? And if I am unhappy, it's because I'm worshiping something else that is not God. Okay? So that's when I take my ass back to church. Yeah. Because when I'm feeling very sad, or he's not texting me back, or he's not giving me the respect that I want, why don't we listen to it as a sign from God that he is not for you? Exactly. What else are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
You don't have to make someone love you. And I feel like a lot of women are not fortunate enough to have had a man love them the way that they love. And I just hope that me saying that, look at things for how they are. You don't have to force anybody to love you. I have been fortunate enough in my relationships to have men that really love me, really truly love me. Brings me to tears thinking about it. And when I'm dealing with these new guys, it's like, why are you accepting all this little shit? You don't have to do that. You know you don't have to do that. You don't. You should have somebody who wants you to feel sure of their love. Exactly. And if they don't, it's not for you.
Exactly. And what I think it is with the men, they're intimidated. Because sometimes, like, when we get with these guys who aren't where they are, and even they see the ambition and the drive that we have, and they know that they should have it, I feel like they're a little bit intimidated. So that's why they try to come and try to fuck our shit up just a little bit, because they're intimidated by us. And I felt like I've had people who... I've talked to people. I was like, I feel like you hating on me, shorty. Like, you hating.
Yeah.
I'm a whole fucking female. And I feel like you're hating right now.
Like talking you down, not motivating you.
You being a real live hater.
But men are the worst.
Girl, they the worst.
When you hear men talk about how other men do them or things that they've done, niggas are the worst.
The worst.
I think Dame Dash had a interview where he said all the women that work for him, all the people that work for him were women. It was some interview. And I understand that because men
I feel like women have your best. I feel like women, they have your best interest. Definitely a real woman, a woman that's confident in what she has going on and really, really rooted into what she has going on. Anything around her is like she always got your best interest because she knows what she has going on. And I feel like some people don't really understand that. I feel like some people
think
really
of
don't.
it as like a flex.
And sometimes I do. I feel like it's kind of like it's not like a flex. It's just like I'm so rooted in what I have going on. I don't mind praising you. Go, Jasmine. I'll be there. What time you need any help? You need, like, for instance, somebody asked me to help work their food truck. But before I could give them a yes, because I already knew this is my girl.
Food truck for my event.
Yeah, for your event. Somebody asked me to work a food truck for her event, but I was like, I need to see what she need me to do first. Because this my friend and stuff. Like, I mean, yeah. And she was like, no, I want you as a guest. Well, you can see how you can work that out later, but I want you as a guest. And I'm like, I can't do it because she want me here as a guest. Mm-hmm. So whatever, hey, could you grab this? Could you know, that's just how I am. I don't mind because you my girl. And I want to see, I don't mind, but I feel like Dame Dash isn't wrong for having women on his team.
I mean, that's why a lot of times people have women assistants. It's just like, I don't know if men just don't have the best interest in mind for other people or other men or other people around them.
That's stupid, bro. They want to clown. Ain't nobody got time for that right now.
But, I mean, it's not just having a woman who has her shit together and has her own life. It's each person having their own life.
Yeah. The
man that you meet and you're talking to, make sure that he has a relationship. He has friends. Mm-hmm. Make sure he has friends. Don't get caught up in a relationship where you're his only friend. Because that shit gonna
my God. I've dated one.
Ooh. And it's cute.
It's all right.
Until it's not cute and
they don't want
busy.
you to go nowhere. They don't have no friends. They make you feel bad. Like, wait a minute. They don't get it. It can be kind of like they're smothering you.
Yeah, like when you're in a relationship, you have to both have your own things going on and build together. Mm-hmm. It cannot be one or the other because that's when the insecurities come in and you just can't relate to a certain point. You have to be... Look at the person for who they are when you first meet them. Exactly. Before the emotions come in and all of that. Because the same reason you stopped fucking with somebody was shit you already knew.
Exactly. That's almost like every time. Every time you see the signs there, you see everything there, but it's just like, oh, okay, maybe I can look past that.
Stop it. You don't have to look. There are literally billions of people in the world. There are billions. And I understand being lonely. Being single is so whack. I don't know how anybody does it. I've not been single that long, but I definitely rather have a companion. But I need to be able to grow and really do my thing. Mm-hmm. And you have to focus on yourself. When you are in your 20s and your 30s, you need to be worried about getting the bag. Exactly. And securing your life first and then meet people who are doing the same thing. Yeah. It is not your job to take care of nobody. Or teach nobody.
That's the conversation that me and Jaleesa and all of us, we were just recently having. We were just like, we was all fucked up because we was like, okay, we got to find a man. We need to get married. We need to settle down. We need to have kids. We need to,
You don't need to do nothing if God don't put it in front of your face.
If God, exactly. And it's just like, we're trying to force stuff. We're trying to force moving in together. We're trying to force all this stuff or whatever, and it's just not there. And then, which is, again, not saying that it's an unfortunate thing, but I'm happy that I don't have any children right now because I don't have to allow anybody to come in my life and they meet my kids and then we break and it don't work. And, it's just like that can be kind of devastating and traumatizing a little bit sometimes for some people. And it's just like for instance, somebody was like, you need to talk about you still being 30 and living at home. She was like, it just sounds better when you say that. I still live at home with my grandmother.
It sounds better when you say like how.
She was like 30 and still living at home because going to college and thinking that things are going to be, you go to college and you get a degree, you get a great job and you move out.
That's not even the story anymore.
It's not the story
Maybe
anymore.
It was never the story.
It was never the story.
I don't think it was
ever never the story. And I think that society has put it in us like, okay, go to college. Like, I went to college because my family told me to go to college. Like, oh, you from Norfolk, get out, go to Norfolk, whatever, go to college and
get out, go
to
Norfolk State.
But I ended up going to Shaw for 5 days, but ended up having to come back. But ended up at Norfolk State. But not saying, like taking anything away, but I don't feel like me personally, it didn't take me going to college to know what I wanted to do in my life. Mm-hmm. And that's for a lot of people. A lot of billionaires, millionaires do not have college education.
Yeah.
Like they
definitely do not.
And you know you are our next billionaire, millionaire, all that.
So,
Type A Virgo. Type A Virgo. But working
as
it
long
out.
as you're working your ass off. If you are
you
not in school, you need 2 jobs.
You do.
You need 3 jobs.
You
if
exactly.
you are not in school.
Say that one more time for the people in the back, please.
If you are not in school, you need 2 jobs. What else are you doing? Unless you are a parent. Unless you are a parent or you are taking care of your elderly parents. That is all that I can think of. But
other than that, no.
We're working.
We're working. We're always working. It's just like time is money.
Mm-hmm.
Time is always money. And you need to be working. If you're not in school, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Like you said, secure the bag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Secure the bag. That's point blank period. So that's it. That was
a lot.
That's all I had. I mean, we can keep going. We still got some shots going.
We do.
We still got some shots going. But I think it's important like I was saying, that ain't all.
No, you sound like me, boy.
So,
I be going around the world and be trying to come back like, what am I talking about? But I got so much to say.
I'm like, wait a minute,
Girl,
hold on, let me bring it back.
It's worse when I have because I be like, wait, what was I going to say? If I think about it too hard, it's gone.
Yeah, 2 is all the way gone.
It's gone.
But like I was telling a friend, I was just like, it didn't take me going to college to know what it is that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, excuse me, if I had the choice, what I know now and what I want to make sure, like, for the future, what I want to secure for the future generation that I have or whatever, if I have, I don't know. But I wish I could travel. I love traveling. I love going places and all that stuff. I'd rather have gotten that experience and learned to speak, like, because I was going to minor in Spanish. And my Spanish teacher used to be like, you need to go to a Spanish-speaking country and really indulge yourself and go there. She was like, I guarantee you within weeks and months, you will pick it up and you will be so fluent. And shout out to my godson, Nasir. He just had a birthday on the 28th. I had went to his dinner and we had went to Shogun out in Virginia Beach or whatever. It's a Japanese steakhouse. Okay. You know where they cook in front of you and all that stuff. Catch the shrimp in your mouth. I don't do all that.
Cute.
I don't do all that. Somebody else could catch it because every time I try to catch it, it hit my face. I ain't got time.
Yeah. See, Virginia got little cute stuff going on. They be trying to knock down on.
No, what? Somebody took me on a day and it's closed, but you go in there and you sit. Okay, so the booth is steps. You step up and you sit inside of the booth.
And that
so
is
it's
local?
Like you're sitting. It was local, but they closed it down. It was off of like
because the booth was dirty.
No, I mean, it was so clean. It was not. I don't know. I don't think they were getting as much business as they probably should have. But it was a busy intersection. It was at like Farrell Parkway and like near Regent.
Okay.
It was like near Regent and all that stuff or whatever, where the Wawa is. But I was just like, and I went there one time and I had like such an experience. It felt like I was sitting on the floor, but we were inside of the booths. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can find that picture. Maybe I'll post it for a Throwback Thursday or something, but it was the bomb.
Tell them to bring it back.
Yeah, they need to bring I mean, but now that I know, shoot, I might open up something.
Yes, just do something different, guys. Don't be scared to do something different.
Don't be scared to
do research, of course. Don't be out here wasting your money. But, I mean, if you see a need for something, just do it.
Like a traffic light. Mm-hmm.
Like a traffic light.
Exactly. A need. But it was so nice. So anyway, we went there, and I was talking to this guy. He was turning this man. He was turning 58. He was like, guess my age and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm looking at your face, and your face reads, I said, like you have lived life. I was like, I feel like you probably was even in the band at one point in your life. But his face read young. But I looked at his little body, and it was just all skinny and all that stuff. Okay. So I didn't want to disrespect him. Right. I was going to say 60, but I said probably early 50s. He was like 58. I was like, oh, okay, I was close. In my mind, I was close. Yeah. But I still didn't want to offend him.
Right.
You know,
people
so I was
so offended by age.
Yeah,
I don't understand
so I was just like, so early 50s. But he was telling me that after he was 19 and after he had graduated, he had some money and all that stuff. That's one thing. White folks always got a little money. But anyway, I ain't gonna say just necessarily like white people and all that stuff or whatever. But he was like he had money and he had the opportunity and he went and lived in Japan for 3 months.
Yeah.
And he
Everybody
said,
run across a little money. It's what you do with
it's
it.
just what you do with it. And
You don't need money to travel.
You don't need money to travel because let me tell y'all, I have been a lot of places that ain't had a dime in my pocket at the time of my life.
It's
and you wouldn't
crazy.
even know. You wouldn't have even known.
But you had just said that you wanted to travel and you wish you would have. So why don't you do it now?
I think, now it's just like I want to travel for months and months and months at a time. Like I want to go to one place and stay there for maybe about a month or two. And then
if
go to
you've
the
never
next
traveled,
place.
what would make you think you would want to do that?
Well, I have never like
This
really
is your
traveled
idea.
internationally.
Okay.
I'm gonna say internationally because and I'm not even because I've been to the Bahamas and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But I want to go to those foreign and exotic places and all that. Like I always wanted to live in Australia, and I said that probably within the next couple of years, because I've always wanted to just stay there, not even like settle there, but like they have like literally Christmas in July. Their seasons are backwards from us. So right now it's like warm. So they was like, yeah, for Christmas we'll go to the beach. I'm like, Christmas on the beach?
Yeah.
I love that. Let me go there.
a foreign trip, 3 weeks is solid.
You think 3 weeks is solid?
Absolutely. Dude, I was just thinking about how I need to take a trip to IKEA this weekend and
are
all
they
the things
open
that I
yet?
know. People keep saying that to me, and I'm talking about Woodbridge.
Okay.
Our IKEA in Norfolk, I cannot believe we're getting IKEA in Norfolk. That is so fire.
I
But
know.
that doesn't open until, I think, spring or fall 2019. But either way, I need a lot of furniture for my house. But I just started talking.
Decorum.
Oh, yeah. Girl, ain't nothing to decorum for me. Ain't got nothing to decorum money. But they do have that warehouse sale, and you can get some things for the low. But either way, I was talking about all the things I needed to get, and then I started reminiscing on a trip that I just took to Mexico last year. Well, summer before last.
Okay, I remember that.
And
how was it?
It was fantastic. And it was a Groupon. And it was $790 for a two people stay.
Groupon.
It is so cheap to travel. It was $800 between 2 people.
So I'm about to put y'all on something real quick. So so this is why I have been traveling more. I'm not going to say I never travel, but I think it's just like where I want to go I've never been to. That's what I will say. But I have my passport and all that stuff or whatever. So anyway, I work for a hotel. So I get the rooms, like the 35, the 45, the 55 for the Hilton.
Don't be telling people that on
Girl,
air.
look. So I'm gonna tell them on air because I only got
tell
10. I only got 10 slots. I mean,
They didn't even put themselves in a position to even ask you, girl. So it don't matter.
But is that?
Did you show up on Tuesday? To City Hall?
Did you show? Exactly.
I
That's what I'm
did.
saying.
I showed up.
Exactly. So
I got a
it's
room.
just like, for instance, like and tell me if I'm wrong or not. I go get my hair braided. I get my hair braided every summer, and even not the summer, I constantly send my braid lady people. Now, this is literally me asking for it, because I literally send you
with
people
everything.
all
With everything. If I
the
believe in what you
time.
do, I love good service.
Exa-
so
and I
I want to
love-
put you on to that.
Exactly. And my whole thing is, I feel like I was like, yeah, and she do 5 a.m. appointments, and she provides the hair, and if
you can't.
And if you get her the card, you get $20 off. But then I go and get my hair done, and you like, oh, it's gonna be $220. $220? $190. $190? What?
Maybe she feel like she would be getting money anyway without you.
Maybe. But then she asked me, could she get on my friends and family hotel thing? I'm like, you don't even give me a discount on my hair, and I see you. Like, I'll go to her page and I see everybody that I've recommended her, and then when I come, it's just not even like nothing. But I don't know how.
What is that? Why don't people look out for people? I don't understand it.
I don't know. But my whole thing is, and I wouldn't have mind putting her up there, but I'm just like, I come to you all the time, and I send you people. And you've never been
She's
like
making money.
She's
Anybody who does hair is making so
she braids,
much
and she
money.
And she braids, so you know she make money. Like you braiding.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I understand it's like the time and all that stuff. But then it's people been like, you know, well, I've been going to her and her kids been all running up. She's, you know, she's African. I love my braid lady. But her kids are getting older. So now it's just like, it was like, you know, she took a little longer because she had to get them kids and all that stuff. And I'm like, and so now you giving, you know, like people are complaining now. Right. And I'm hearing it because you recommended me this lady. I mean, she did a fantastic job. Right. The price was great, but just the experience.
Right.
The experience. And I'm just like, but you want to get on my little friends and family.
It's interesting that she didn't even give you a deal right before she'd asked. Sometimes if I know that I need something from somebody, I will definitely make sure that I am like, doing things for them way before
and
I
then
ask.
And we in the service industry, so you know I tipped.
Oh.
So you know
and people don't tip. And I know people don't tip her.
And I know they don't.
And I know that.
But I'm literally giving you a $10, $20 tip. So if my hair was $200, you done got $220. If my hair is $190, you done got $210. You know what I mean? Or like $200 or whatever, because I'm tipping you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'll put you on my friends and family.
Oh my God.
You up there because you my babe. But you up there. If anybody else ain't, you definitely up there. But anyway, Air Affordable. That's where. Air Affordable is a Black-owned travel app that you down, like, you know, it's pretty much you are able to pay for your plane tickets in installments, which we've been asking for forever.
Wow.
Air Affordable. You can pay, so you would pay like a deposit. So if you're planning on going somewhere, you look it up, you pay your deposit, and then they basically break it down in installments. And if you need more installments, you call them up and say, hey, the 3 weeks that you gave me, I need 4 weeks or I need 5 weeks.
Wow.
And they break it down.
That's fantastic.
Air Affordable.
So what trip are you going to take next?
The next trip that I want to take is my 30th birthday. So I want to have a.
I have to not be in this country.
Yeah, and I want to have. I want to have a party. I want to have a party, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I want to have a 30th birthday party. But then
you can have a 30th birthday party maybe around your birthday, but on your actual birthday, you're not gonna be here.
My birthday is in the summertime, so I definitely have to take a trip, and and I'm gonna be 30.
Yeah, when I took my trip to Mexico the year before last, this summer, it just feels when you go to a tropical place or a place away, it feels like you deserve that.
Yeah.
Once a year, go do that.
Go do something, and people try to act like you said, it's not that expensive to travel. You have things like Groupon. You have things like Air Affordable. You have people, not me, because my stuff is booked, but you have people that work for hotels and all that stuff. You can find deals. You can take a cruise. That was the first time I ever had been to, my cousin, she's a travel agent. We supposed to be going on a cruise. Well, not supposed to be. A cruise is in May.
Okay.
It's in May. And, but anyway.
Leaving from Norfolk?
Is it leaving from Norfolk? I think it is. But I heard something about the cruise ships, like they are taking Norfolk out of the port.
Yeah, I
heard something about that
too. Because I had this whole thought, like, well, why did they even build that? But it seems like it makes so much sense. I mean, we're right in the middle.
We're right there. I mean, you could go to Baltimore. Have you ever been in Baltimore?
No.
Y'all, I love Baltimore. Okay, so let me tell y'all a quick history. Somebody tell me when we was working at Hooters.
Okay.
So, the Baltimore Harbor, the architect and the developer of Baltimore Harbor is the same developer for Norfolk Harbor and Boston Harbor. Mm-hmm. So, if you ever go to Baltimore Inner Harbor, you'll be like, I'm in Waterside.
Yeah.
It looks, I could not believe it from the what is that? The Dominion Towers, from everything looks like it, even the little catwalk. Everything looks like it. I was just like, I feel right at home. That's why I love Baltimore. So I cannot wait to go.
Baltimore is pretty dangerous, though, no?
Yeah, Inner Harbor is good. Inner Harbor is good, but
everywhere is dangerous.
Everywhere is dangerous, no matter where you go. But it was just like, I was so like, and I ain't never seen The Wire. I'm like, take me where they made The Wire at. I'm in my Uber. Take me where they made The Wire at. I want to see what it looked like. But when I go to places, I'm a tourist.
Me too.
Take me everywhere. I want to see the hood. I want to see, like, even when we went to the Bahamas and everything, I was like, I want to go to the hood. You know, we went there, got our look, the ganja, got the Hennessy.
Right.
Like, I mean, they were like, loving hip hop. Loving hip hop.
That's you.
I was like, oh, damn right.
That's me. Beat face and everything.
It was so much fun, but it was just like, when I had got there, it was just like, when I tell you, I just felt the waves crashing against my ankle and my feet, between the sand between my toes. And I was just like, I always seen myself being here. Now you just got to go to the next place and the next place and the next place. Because once you finally get there, everything is really like you dreamed about. It's clear blue. The sand is white. The drinks are amazing. Mm-hmm. Everything is just like you ever dreamed of, like everything that you ever seen in a picture.
Exactly.
But you're there.
That's why I like a tropical vacation, because it really feels like a disconnection, like a real vacation.
It does.
You're not working, you're not getting tired, you're not in the vicinity of a ton of people. It's not tiring. When I went, I laid on the beach and I got wasted. All-inclusive vacations are the only way to go.
Exactly.
And it's good for you. And it's so cheap. What else are you spending your money on?
What are you spending your money on, y'all?
Experience.
You got to experience. I think experience beats out anything. Having those memories, creating those memories. And me and one of my childhood friends that lives up in D.C., when I tell you, like, Passport Shorty and her son.
I love that.
And her son.
Yeah,
like,
we got places to fucking go.
They try, and then I'm like, okay. I was like, but yeah, you live up in D.C., so it's cheaper to travel out there. She was like, Groupon.
Or just so many places in the States that
it's
have
just
not
so
been.
many. Yeah, like I want to go like Shenandoah Valley, and I want to go see the caves, and
I love caving. One of my dreams is to ride down Pacific Coast Highway with my friends. I picture an RV, like this being a whole thing, but I don't really know who would drive.
Let's plan it, because I've always wanted to take a cross-country trip in an RV. Let me tell you, and I looked it up one time. Richmond has some where you can rent. Okay. But I was like, okay, but my whole thing is, I was like, I know I want to drive cross-country, and I want to go through like the routes and all that stuff, but I know I want to fly back.
See, I was thinking about flying there. When you said that, I was just looking at you like, oh, okay. I would like to fly there. I literally want the driving for the scenery of the West Coast.
Exactly.
Of the West Coast.
And it was like, it's so, like, you can take it up north. You can take it in the middle. You can take it down south. Like, it's so many routes, and getting there, it was just, like, it just depends on what you want to see and how you plan it.
People are just so scared to try new things.
To
be away from signal, away from... I just want to experience people.
And it's the best thing, because, like, I say about 2 years ago, my phone life was happening. Life was happening. I had AT&T, and that bill was just getting out of control because, again, life was happening. Ooh. And I went a whole month and a half without a cell phone. It was just, I only could connect when I was in Wi-Fi.
Like a boy?
Like, yeah. And it was the best. I could pull up when I felt like it. It was just like, when I was coming to I was so disconnected, and I loved it. And people was like, what? You ain't?
You don't have to have that. It makes us so lazy. I think all the time when I'm using my GPS, I've lived in Norfolk my whole life. Sometimes when I'm paying attention to where I'm going and I pull up my GPS, I'm like, why don't you just try to look at the street and look at the roads and figure it out on your own? Because God forbid you don't have GPS. What the fuck are you going to do?
And remember when we didn't have GPS? Yes, we had MapQuest, paper maps.
Print it out. But even with the social media part of it, just like, I got a couple followers. People say I got a lot of followers. I got 5,300 right now, which really feels like 5,300 people watching you. And I'm very mindful of the amount of eyes that are on me all the time, and it's fucking exhausting. And a lot of times people think just because I'm really great at taking good pictures and posting and aesthetic and all that, just for my practice for MySpace, and just been doing it for years, that I like to do it. Yeah, I like posting myself, you know, but it's tiring. It's tiring, and I've gotten into such a good habit that when I'm just scrolling, I just sign out. I sign out all day. I've been signed out. I haven't signed back in since like 2 p.m. today, because you waste so much time, and you actually realize how much it's just a habit. Because when you sign out, what I do is I sign out before I go to bed. Before I go to bed, I sign out. And when you wake up, you grab your phone, and the first thing you do is the first thing you do.
First thing.
And it fucks up your whole day. You're not productive. You spend the next 45 minutes to an hour scrolling mindlessly, not looking for anything, no purpose.
Nothing. And like you said, being like you said, a type A Virgo, you're organized. The time that you're spending scrolling, you could be writing down, what do I need to do? Your to-do list for that day.
Exactly.
Checking off what you didn't do yesterday.
And even in that, there's a really great podcast that I listen to called The Side Hustlers Show. The Side Hustler Show. Fantastic. Entrepreneurs who started a podcast, and they just bring other entrepreneurs on, regular fucking people who are making a ton of money, just doing different things. You get to hear about how they do what they do. But there was one guy that they had on, and I always share this podcast with people, and he was saying that one thing he always tells people is win tomorrow today. So before you even go to bed, you have a list of the things you need to do. It's like going to the gym. Like when people ask me about workout advice, when you go to the gym, have the workouts you're going to do, because you be moseying around, you be taking pictures, you be on Instagram.
Exactly, because people want to show that, oh, I went to the gym, but what did you work on?
Exactly. No, and it's hard once you get there, but if you go to bed with a to-do list and you signed out from Instagram, and you can get up and be like, okay, I know I need to go to the bank. I know I need to make breakfast and brush my teeth and wash my ass and wash my hair and do all these things. You'll realize by 10 a.m., you've done all the things that you needed to do, and that's the only way to be productive. People have to put themselves in the position to do it.
Exactly. I definitely agree. And like I was talking about on one of my podcasts, do you have your November goals ready yet?
No, when I throw events, I just be trying to get through them, to be absolutely honest.
Gotcha.
You should. I'm a year into my business, and I should be a year out. And I do have a couple of things planned for the next year for sure. But that would definitely be making me a little bit more successful to have that next month out. But I just feel like, I can't wait to get this over with so I can rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, you should. Absolutely. Do you have your November goals?
I do have my November goals.
Do you make goals each month and then cross them out?
I do make goals for each month, and I try to cross them out.
Crossing them out feels good.
It does feel good. It does feel good, because when you go back, you're like, the only thing that I have written down, like that I continuously, and I roll my goals over. So if I didn't get to it that month, I roll it over.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
It's not done. So it's still right there. I have to clean out my closet. And I want to go through my closet. And I usually donate all my stuff. First I give it to my cousins or whatever who can wear it. And then I take my stuff to a Goodwill or wherever. And I donate it, because again, I'm donating, but then make sure y'all get y'all receipts, because you can claim it on your taxes at the end of the year.
Yeah, keep your receipts, guys.
All that
Grow
stuff.
up.
All that stuff. When I tell you, I save like almost every receipt, because I need that gas back. I need them shoes that I brought for work. I need them hair products to make me look good for work.
Literally.
I need all that back.
And seeing as I've been a server for the past 6 years of my life, along with all my other jobs, I never get money back at the end of the year. Never in my fucking life.
And that's why I
would like to not owe as much as I can.
Exactly. And that's what's important. So save your receipts, y'all. Definitely save your receipts.
Save your money. Donate.
Save your money.
Don't
donate.
fuck with fuck boys who don't have more than you. Fuck with people who have more than you, who motivate you the way that you motivate them.
Exactly.
See things for what they are. Don't get mad at your friends. Have a friend that you can go to tell things to, who's going to tell you things for what they are. You need somebody from the outside, an unemotional view, to tell you what it is and listen. You need that.
That's exactly what it is.
Know yourself.
And I think, and I go back to it with my friend, I'm on the outside looking in. And then I'm your friend too. So I see stuff, and I was pretty much put the mirror to her face. Like, look, this is what I'm seeing and all this stuff or whatever. And don't be giving these niggas clout.
Yeah.
Definitely on your shit, on your page and all that stuff or whatever. Whatever. I don't care.
Is she on his page?
I think like eventually he like put her on his page
Ooh,
or whatever. But
let's tap into that.
But my whole let's tap into that.
Tell me your whole thing and then we'll tap in. I
don't mind, like, okay, for instance, if I have like a homeboy that's doing something that I'm gonna say, if I'm not having sex with him, I'll put him on my page like, yo, check my homeboy out, da 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 da. But if I'm having sex with you, I ain't putting you up there.
You are so grown. See, it's from a grown perspective. So you don't do that because why?
One, I know how women are. It's just like, oh, who is he? Let me go follow him and all that stuff or whatever.
Oh, it's
because
a thing.
People
are paying attention.
I be looking at people pages like of my ex-boyfriends and all that stuff. Like, you weren't following him then. I might tag him. Bitch, I ain't tell you to follow him. What you following him for? Mm-hmm. What you following him for? Mm-hmm. Like, what you like her shit for?
So that's the thing for you. You don't want it to make you take you away.
Like, I don't think necessarily it's taking me away. It's just like I already said in my whole next thing is just like I'm not putting I don't think I'm gonna put a guy on my Instagram page because if it's just me, if it's Tisha the Diva, if it's just what I have going on, that's what I want you to know. If I decide to make another page and expose my love life and all that stuff, I would do that for that. But this is what I'm trying to build. This is my brand and all that stuff. And I'm happy.
But you're such an open person, so it's almost like you're being secretive, no?
And I am. I don't think it's
like hiding.
Which
you have the right.
I don't think it's just like, for instance, what I deal with outside of this. I'm gonna give you what I want y'all to see. Mm-hmm, and I'm just gonna keep because I have to keep something to myself. Yeah, I want to have something to myself. I don't want to have to be like, well, oh, so and so posted. Why you like that fool? Like, she look like a slut. What you liking that for? You like sluts? I'm just.
So are you saying you guys aren't even friends on the gram?
So, we don't even have to be friends on the gram.
Okay.
I don't mind like not being friends with my guy because I see you every day. Mm-hmm. I took the picture of you.
Mm-hmm. But that seems weird to me. Why would you not follow each other? Why would you?
Because we follow each other in real life.
I understand, but like,
I didn't took the picture. That. I know how good. Because I didn't probably posted the picture and I didn't probably put the caption up there. I probably got the login to your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you?
I ain't got nobody, but I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. People have different relationships altogether.
I think people have different relationships altogether. But anyway, going back to, I was just like, with my friend, I was just like, you're giving all these dudes clout and all this stuff or whatever. But what are they doing for you? If anything, like we were saying, if anything was to happen to you and you didn't have any,
real.
You can't even go to these dudes that you posting all on your page and all of that. You can't go to them for nothing. But you're trying to heal them and make them better and all this stuff. Why? Why are you doing that? What are you gaining from doing that? That does not make sense to me.
Yeah, she feels empty often, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, one day I had called her and she was crying and all that stuff or whatever. And she was like, I'm so frustrated. And I was just like, frustrated? What's going on? This is how much I have to my name. Let me know because I will come down and drive to Georgia and we about to live life. We about to make this shit work. Fuck these niggas. Yeah. Like, we about to make this work because I know you down there by yourself or whatever. But she was just like, oh, my car this, my car that, but I'm bringing in this much amount of money and all this stuff or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. She was like, but I got to catch the bus and all that stuff. And I was just like.
Why are you catching the bus? I know she ain't fucking nobody and catching the bus. I know she ain't fucking nobody and catching the bus.
So anyway, I was just like, your car is messed up and all that stuff. And yeah, you do it, you have a business and all that stuff. Well, you just going to be the person on a bus. You just going to have to be the person on the bus. And before I could get out, I'm going to call you back and all that stuff like that. But she was like, everybody's not like you, Tisha. Everybody can't see but my whole thing is, I'd like to see the bigger picture in
Oh,
everything.
yeah. Oh, you have to. What are we wasting time for?
I like to see the bigger picture in everything. I'm not like, okay, let me ask you a question, real question. Do you feel like you suffer or have experienced anxiety?
Yes. I was so anxious when I first saw you today.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I had that shitty ass look on my face.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm anxious. Yeah, anxiety is real.
And I know it's real.
Yeah.
But I haven't really.
Oh, you don't have anxiety? I could have never guessed. Tisha the Diva.
I feel like sometimes I have anxiety, but sometimes I don't. Because I'm really trying to understand what it is. And I have friends that have anxiety and all that stuff, but I'm just like.
It feels like you are a fish out of water. You feel so uncomfortable. You feel so unsure. Mm-hmm. You are out of control. It is being completely out of control. Like, I had my first panic attack, real panic attack, when I was in Vegas maybe 2 years ago. And my boss had to sit me down and literally say, like, okay, you need to take deep breaths. I literally felt like I could not breathe. I was so nervous about something. I was overworking myself about something that I had signed up to do and felt like I could not do it. And I was shutting down. You shut down. So, like, when you're talking to somebody who's having an anxiety attack, their wheels are spinning so fast that they cannot slow down. Okay. They cannot slow down. They can't even think straight. There's you just have to learn how to work them down. You have to be so empathetic to just their feelings and not what makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what I have been trying to, because I don't feel like I feel like I probably haven't dealt with anxiety, but I just didn't know like what it was. But I'm just a type of person that real quick, like so quick. If I feel like if I give this any attention, I'm going to make this bigger than what it is. Like in my mind, I can't give that life. I won't give it life. I'm not even about to address it because
it has a lot to do with confidence too.
And it does. It really, and I really feel like it does. And that's why it's just like the moment I feel like I address something is real, and in my mind I know it's not real. But if I even if I dwell on it, I done made it real and I done made it big. And now
it's real. It's
crazy.
True. If you make it a thing, it becomes a thing. It can be a thing in your mind, but once you let it out into the open, then people know.
Like my sister, just today, I was talking to my sister, and I hope she don't mind me asking, but she don't listen to my podcast anyway, so it don't even matter. So I'm talking about it. Right. So she was saying we were watching Blackish. Have you ever seen the show?
No. What does it come on?
I don't know when it came.
Does it come on cable?
It comes on cable.
I ain't got no cable.
No,
I got Netflix.
I don't watch it. I don't watch TV. Y'all, I do not watch TV.
I do not watch TV.
The only time I ever watch TV if it's on in somebody else's house or around them, and then I'll catch it. But I do not watch TV. Yeah. But anyway, and people think that's crazy because I went to school to be a mass comm major to be on TV, but now I don't watch it. It's because, again, once you grow and once you develop and once you just know that the media right now is no good for us right now. So that's why I don't even mess with it. Exactly. So we were watching Blackish, and my sister was like, I just got anxiety even watching that scene. It was a husband and wife laying in bed. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I just knew he was about to try to just have sex with her, and she didn't want to. And she said, and that just gave me anxiety. Mm-hmm. And I was on Charlemagne's page, maybe like a couple of days, maybe like last week. And Charlemagne got a new book. I got Charlemagne's first book, but he got a second, and it was good. His first book was so good.
What was it about?
It was basically his life and everything that he did up until this point to who he is now. Okay. His story. It was like an autobiography. Mm-hmm. And he has this new one about anxiety because, I think this month is mental health awareness, or last month or something. Or whatever. And I was telling Rick today, I was like, this whole, and again, I don't want to seem insensitive, but I feel like and I know stuff is real, but I feel like everything now has been coming like such a trend. And I feel like because we're kind of talking about it more, maybe at some point we didn't talk about stuff. It was just, brushed
still
under
happening.
the rug, but it's still happening and all that stuff. But I feel like people make things like a trend now. And I'm just like, maybe and I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm being insensitive. I was like, because I had, I remember back in the day, it was nerves. Now, I guess it has a name
nerves.
now.
Yeah.
It's anxiety.
It's anxiety.
It's anxiety, and it has a name now. And I'm just like, I feel like I just heard this word, and I don't really understand what it is, because I feel like, maybe I haven't dealt with it, but I don't. But I have friends with anxiety, but I know how to get them out of that.
How do you feel when you're waiting on a guy to text you back, and you wake up the next morning, he didn't text you back, and then it's the next day, and he still ain't text you back? Are you mad?
Because sometimes it's just like, I have to, like I said, I don't want to make it a thing.
Uh-huh.
So in my mind, I'm like, fuck him, fuck that bitch. He says, fuck him. I ain't worried about it. I'm going about my day. But then sometimes, but I get where you're going, and I like
that out of control. It is being out of control.
Exactly. But then I'm just like, but again, I have to be like, girl, you got a whole fucking podcast you worried about. You got a whole fucking Halloween event you worried about. You got a whole goddamn this, and that. You ain't got time to think about nobody texting you back. You don't have time to be sad.
That's because you've always had things going on, but other people do not have that. And they make other people and other things their life. So it's an end-all, be-all. Like when you try to tell a girl, fuck that nigga, he treating you like shit, he beats you, he don't give you the money, he don't do nothing for you. It's just like, but I don't have anything else, so I have to do this. Yeah. Like, it's being out of control. But people, like your friend, you have to be empathetic to it because it's a real thing, but I am very much of a realist as well. Yeah. Like, okay, we're going to look at this and this and this and this, and it's going to show us, does he give a fuck or not? And you have to look at it like that. But
and I feel like I
don't want to.
I feel like I do a good job because, and this is how I am as a person. Oh, let me scoot up. This is how I am as a person. When you going through the motions, I'm going to go through the motions with you.
That's fantastic.
Whatever you feeling, we gonna ride that wave. Mm-hmm. But then when I'm tired of feeling like that, and I'm tired of you feeling like that,
because it affects you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's move on. What's up? Because I can't. It's sickening to me. Mm-hmm. I can't stomach it no more. Right. I can't.
And anybody that you're involved with, who you're giving your time to, who's your friend, you care about them. Yeah. And you have to want more for them.
Exactly.
And then also it affects myself. And then when it starts fucking up my shit, I'm like, okay, no, we can't do this anymore. Exactly. How long are we going to do this for? How many times is this going to happen until you're finally like, this doesn't work? And that's been the thing with me in relationships, and why I have ended some of my relationships is because I had so much going on in my life and things were moving so fast for me in a direction, and I was out of control in my relationship. There was things that I could not control, at any moment. Yeah. And I did not want to be in a situation where I didn't have control. Like, somebody could change my mood at a drop of a dime. Mm-hmm. I can't afford that. I don't have time for that.
Exactly.
I literally don't have time. So it's like you have to take yourself out of it and not even allow yourself to get in those positions.
Exactly. That's why, when you was like, so have you dealt with a guy not texting you back? That's why I'm always like, I have too much stuff going on to even try to even give energy to that feeling. You're not texting me back. I can't make you text me back. Because
so you don't even think about it. You're not, but you are thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it, but again, I'm trying to just push it back because, again, I know I have more important things to worry about and to focus on.
Yeah, so imagine if you ain't got shit going on.
So, shit, damn, anxiety.
And a dick is fire.
Girl! Oh my gosh, that is the worst.
Because we make an excuse for it. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to continue to be stupid just because of that. For just so long, but no, but you're unhappy.
See, I need a Virgo. You about to be my co-host now. What you doing there?
We can do that.
Yes.
We can
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We about to do it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, we just need to put ourselves in better positions where we're going to be happy from the jump. Mm-hmm. People be acting so caught up in the shit that they're in before they even went through anything with somebody or...
Exactly.
Get out before you in. If you ain't got no kids, get out.
Get out.
If you're not married,
get
you
out.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to. You don't have to. And I feel like, you know, some people, they like it.
They like the drama.
They love the struggle. They love it. And that's sick.
It's annoying.
That is sick. You're a sick person if you like. No, I don't like feeling like that. I don't like.
Is it because you've known what it feels like to be loved?
Because I know what it feels like to be loved.
Mm-hmm. Some people have never experienced that. They will not believe that they are good enough. They'll believe that they have to deal with that.
And I feel like some people, even those people that have been loved, they feel like they can give love to somebody and make them. You get what I'm saying?
Every situation that I get into, I have to talk myself down all the time. It's like I always want to be the winner. Mm-hmm. And it ain't even nothing really to win if I'm working my ass off and not really getting what I deserve. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like I'm different from any other bitch that you talk to. I'm the one. I'm giving you things that you have never experienced in your life. So, and then I get so caught up in that and how he's handling it that I have to bring myself down. Like, bitch, this is not your job. This is not your life.
It's not. It's not our duty, and it's not our job to make these men feel superior or better than what they are. That's why it's important for that person to at least have his shit together just a little bit. But I also, and that's the thing, I had to get out of projects. I had to get out of being attracted to a project. Like somebody that I can build and grow, I can, you know. Oh yeah, him. You can change that. He don't dress that way, but you can. I ain't got time to be fixing nobody. Right. I don't have time.
Believe people for who they are.
Believe people for who they are.
When you meet them, before you meet them at all. If he work only a couple days a week, he be in and out of job, he ain't never going to have a consistent job because that's not what he wants to do. Not what he wants to do. If you don't got a relationship with his mama and he disrespect her, he going to disrespect you.
Period.
I mean, how did all his old relationships end? Ask him. Find out the truth because it's going to be you.
Exactly. And it's just not, it's nothing that ladies, because this is for my ladies, all right? This is who we talking to. It's not okay. Like, it's really not okay to be getting with these guys and you see the red flags. You see the signs. I think that's so important.
Can we start? I don't tweet no more. I had to get off Twitter because I ain't got no goddamn time. God, Twitter is so entertaining. Yes, I understand it's the best app out. I love it. All the memes come out on Twitter first. It's fantastic. Girl. But I have no time. I'll be scrolling for hours and hours and days and days and days. But I was saying something about when you first start talking to a guy. I feel like I'm forgetting what I was going to say because we've been drinking rosé. Okay. I know. But what were we talking about?
We were talking about like projects and building guys, and you were talking about Twitter.
Okay, yes, yeah. Found it in my mind. When I'm talking to a guy, when I start talking to a new guy, I remember talking to guys, and then there was one that I was talking to who opened the car door for me, and I never had that happen before. Like, he like got out and ran around the car and opened the car door, and I was like, oh, okay. And now I always notice when I'm even hanging out with guys, ones that run and grab the door. Mm-hmm. Can we just start there?
Courting.
Can we just start there? Yes. And if you don't want to open the door for me, maybe you don't give a fuck.
You want to know what? If a guy don't open my door, I stand there.
Okay.
Because I
will do the same.
I have had it done for me.
Great tip. Sis tip.
Yeah. I just stand there like, you're not going to get that? And they be like, oh, okay. Yeah, because I have guys that open doors for me. Or, like, for instance, I pay attention to if we're walking down the street and if you don't
say
come
that. On the other side.
Yeah.
And the thing is with
me,
I don't notice it until a guy does it right. Just until recently. I noticed it now more right away when a guy doesn't, but it's when they first started doing it. And I was like, oh, it's just respect. Yeah. And that is literally connected to all the other shit.
Ding, ding, ding. Let me ring the bell.
He disrespectful, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's just so, I pay attention to the little things. Like, my grandmother is backdating. My grandpa passed away it is so real. When I tell you, it's so real when they say people don't make it into the new year. People don't make it into the new year because my grandfather had passed away on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve.
That's crazy, yeah.
This was in 2008. And that's when I had ended up, eventually moving in with my grandmother. Because, again, October is still Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And during that time, I was going through, like, a domestic violence relationship.
You?
Yes, girl.
Wow.
Yes, people do not be believing that. But it's just, like I say, it was a domestic violence on both ends. We were fighting each other.
That is not okay.
It is not.
When I be talking to my homegirls and I hear something about them hitting they nigga, I be like, girl, no. You cannot be hitting nobody. Like, of course he cannot be hitting you.
He can't be hitting you and you can't be hitting him. Don't be putting your hands on nobody, y'all. Do not be putting your hands on nobody because that was my
awful feeling.
My first charge, Hampton, malicious wounding, release of illegal gas, because I got him good. I maced his ass and went ham.
Do you remember for why?
So what happened was
We got another podcast kind of recorded at 8:30.
Oh yeah, we just talking.
Okay, we almost done.
Mm-hmm.
So real backstory. The first time, this nigga put a gun to my face and was like, he was like, I'll kill you. I was like, nigga, you better motherfucking shoot me dead. Right the fuck now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what the fuck. I was thinking that nigga could have really shot me, like blew my goddamn brains out. And I'm telling this nigga, do it. But that should have been the first sign. But I was young. I would think I was like 19.
So you just recently got out of something.
I'm 29 now. This was 10 years ago.
Okay.
This was 10 years ago. I don't allow nobody. I don't put my hands on nobody, and ain't nobody putting their hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting my hands on nobody, and nobody
so
bet
sad.
not put their hands on me. But anyway, so it was whatever. We ended up getting back together and all that stuff after that. I was just so young and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
He was messing with the girl next door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, next door, we living in, like, the same apartment complex and all that stuff or whatever. And I'm fighting the girl and all that stuff. Like,
God.
just so dumb. Young and dumb. Young and dumb. So then, at this point, like, I'm going through the whole thing with my grandfather sick and all of that stuff or whatever. And he's dying. And you're not even comforting me.
Oh, God.
Like, you're not even comforting me or whatever. So it's like after my grandfather had passed away, I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to go with my grandma.
Because
like,
you were heartbroken.
I was heartbroken.
And then just to imagine the feeling of not having that person there.
Exactly.
I'm scared of it. That's why I got to stop fucking with these niggas. Because I'm going to put myself right in that position. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't. I was so heartbroken. So, my first charge, again, was malicious because I had that morning. I was like, it was times I was trying to leave and like I called one of my homegirls. I'm like, girl, come on, I'm about to go, and he's about to go to a party. But he would fake like he was going to a party and like shut the door and all that stuff. And I'm just trying to put my stuff on and he'll come upstairs and I'm hurried up and get back in the bed and put the sheet on me. And he ripped the sheet and I'm fully dressed. Like, yeah, I'm about to leave. And we just get into a fight. And then a homegirl call. I'm not answering and all that stuff or whatever. It's just like, whatever. So anyway, finally, I was just like, I'm done. Like, fuck this. My grandfather, he passed away. You not being sympathetic, empathetic, comforting. You not being nothing right now. Fuck you.
Right.
So then, I moved, and I was in Hampton. I moved back to Norfolk and all of that stuff, and I'm with my family. And, I don't know. I was fucked up. Yeah, I was fucked up, and I had ended up going back. And my grandmother's like, I'm going to tell you something. She was like, I had a dream. I had a vision. She was like, either you going to kill him, he going to kill you, or you going to die. Like, you going to die or you going to end up in jail. Mm-hmm. It's going to be something. Mm-hmm. She was like, don't mess with him no more. And after that, I ain't messing with him no more. Like, no more. But anyway, we got to wrap this up because there's another podcast coming in. But we already announced it. This is about to be my new co-host.
Yes,
this is
we
my new
can
co-host.
do this. There's plenty of shit that I want to talk about.
Exactly.
I talk about that with my friends all the time. My group of friends, whenever we hang out with new people and they're just around us, they're like, y'all, I never been around people and they talk about this stuff. Yeah, we talk about real life shit.
Real life shit.
We really didn't dip into anything that we could have. Yeah.
Nope. But tomorrow, O'Conner Brewing Company from 10 to 2. Make sure y'all hit up Johnny's for happy hour.
Happy hour, 6 to 10, and then go right down the street. Costume mandatory, $150 prize, fantastic DJs, hot shorties, fun and hot girls at my parties only. You'll have a great time.
Yes. I swear, I be telling Jess, I was like, girl, you got the cool kids coming through here. I be having to, because the bitch be feeling old and shit. I got to keep up with the cool kids.
Get dressed, have fun.
All right,
make
and
it
also tonight, 757 Dance Studio, there's a costume party. Jess said it's not required, but it's hot. It's a costume theme. So come. $10 cash, $35 for the punch card. All right, it's Teacher Tuesday. We got my girl Jasmine, a.k.a. Jimmy, a.k.a. Miss VirginGrooves. We'll see you tomorrow. We out.
Bye.